fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ tí ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́. Ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n. Eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ, tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. Ètò mo fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ tí ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́. Ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n. Eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ, tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. Àjànàkú kọjá mórí nǹkan fèrè, bàbá rere káwí parí. BGI TV, we are the pace setter. Bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ tẹlifíṣọ̀n station tí dòde.
Iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán tó mọ bó ṣe ń lọ, tó ní ìròyìn kọ́ńbọ̀kì tó jẹ́ yàjóyàjó, ìròyìn àti ìsọfúnni àtìgbàdégbà, àwọn ètò tó ké pọ́pọ́ fílẹ̀ má yí kúò ń bẹ̀, má gbé kúò ń bẹ̀, máa jẹ̀gbádùn ẹ̀ lọ. BGI TV, bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ TV. Èdùn ọ̀kìn ló dirí ẹwà fákùkọ o, bí ọ̀kìn bá tú ìyẹ́ ẹ̀ díẹ̀ ẹwà rẹ̀ àkàlẹ̀ àkà oko. Ẹ kàn sí ẹ̀ka ìpolówó ọjà wa láti bá wa dòwò pọ̀ lórí +234 70 38 22 61 60. Fún àwọn tí ń bẹ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà 070 38 22 61 60. BGI TV, bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ TV, ọ̀gá ni kọ́ń láwùjọ òkúta.
Bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ tẹlifíṣọ̀n station tí dòde.
Èmi ni aláìlúwà ọba dókítà Adédòkun Ọmọnìyí Àṣọlá Bọ́lárìn, aróyin kẹ́yè kínní, ọ̀ràngún ti ìlú Òkè Ìlá ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Ẹ̀yin yan wa, mo rọ̀ yín o, ẹ máa bá mi wo BGI TV, bàbá gbàgede, olólùfẹ́ Yorùbá ni, ó fẹ́ òótọ́ sísọ, ó máa fẹ́ràn àwọn ènìyàn, ó fẹ́ràn wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ máa wo ibi tó yẹ ká máa bò ní gbogbo ìgbà, ibi tá a bá dẹ̀ ti lè ran ilé iṣẹ́ yìí lọ́wọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ń ṣe nǹkan tọ́lọ́run nìkan wá ṣe ni. Ojú wa ò ní fọ́ o, etí wa ò ní di o, iléeṣẹ́ náà kò ní dàrú, iléeṣẹ́ náà á máa dàgbà sókè. BGI TV.
tó mo kọ́ nílé mo kàlejò, mo kí ọkùnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí obìnrin, mo mà kí gbogbo ojú tó ń wò mí káàkiri gbogbo ayé. Mo kí yín káàbọ̀ sórí ètò wa, ètò kan lórí BGI TV, ètò Yorùbá Nation Now, èyí tí à ń ṣe lónìí ọjọ́ Sunday ọjọ́ 28 oṣù kọkànlá ọdún 2021 to 28/11/2021, ìyẹn ni pé 28 of November 2021 òní fídíò tí ẹ̀ ń wò yìí. Ètò tá à ń ṣe yìí òun náà ni Yorùbá Nation Now lórí ìkànnì BGI TV, látẹnu èmi Aláwìyé Adébáyọ̀ Sábúrì ọmọ bàbá tíṣà lábẹ́òkúta, ẹni tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí bàbá gbàgede mọ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Olódùmarè ọba tó dá mi, ọba tó lónìí tó lánàá tó lọ́jọ́ gbogbo, ọba tó tún jẹ́ kí àìsàn ṣe mí lánàá tó sì fún mi ní ìwòsàn lónìí. Ẹ ṣàkíyèsí pé ẹ tiẹ̀ gbóhùn mi rárá lánàá, tóun tí ń sọ tí ò sí kọ́, àmọ́ òjòjò ló ṣògùn ara ògùn ò lè. Ọlọ́run ló sọ pé kí ibà kó wá kí mi lánàá, àmọ́ lónìí mo dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run pé ó ti fún mi lálàáfíà. Ọlọ́run tí ò jẹ́ káyé dìde ìṣẹ́jú kan fèmi àti ẹ, Ọlọ́run náà mo dúpẹ́ fún, ìwọ náà dúpẹ́ tiẹ̀. Síwájú kí n tó máa bá ètò yìí lọ, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà lórí YouTube tẹ́ ẹ ti ń gbọ́ mi, ẹ ṣe wo bí tí wọ́n kọ subscribe sí fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, ìkéde yóò sí fún yín o. Àmẹ́yìn tí ẹ bá ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, ẹ wo ibi tí wọ́n kọ subscribe sí kẹ́ ẹ bá wa tẹ̀. Bákan náà ni pé ẹ rí àmì aago kan lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ subscribe yìí, eléyìí ni wọ́n ń pè ní notification bell. Àmì aago yìí tẹ́ bá ti tẹ̀ yóò máa wá ṣe alamí fún yín ní gbogbo ìgbà wípé bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ ó tún ti fi ètò kan síta o ní orí bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ TV. Eléyìí ni wọ́n ń pè ní notification bell. Ṣùgbọ́n tí ẹ bá ti tẹ̀ ẹ rí àwọn nǹkan kan tí ó gbé jáde. Ṣé ẹ rí ibi tí ó kọ ALL síhun tó kọ all, ẹ sátẹ̀, èyí túmọ̀ sí pé gbogbo ètò tó bá ti ń gun orí ṣánẹ́ẹ̀lì wa yìí náà ni wọ́n máa wá gbé alamí fún yín. tó ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbé agbada tòní kaná, ká jọ sí oúnjẹ tòní, ó sì dùn, ó dá mi lójú wípé oúnjẹ náà ó dùn, yóò lárinrin. Ó yá, ẹ jẹ́ àjọ bèrè ètò náà torí pé mi ò fẹ́ sọ iléyá, mi ò fẹ́ sọ di lépẹ́. Oríṣiríṣi ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ìlú Nàìjíríà. Àṣé kì í ṣe Sunday Igboho nìkan òun lójú rẹ̀ rí màbo lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àpín àbí àpín yìí, lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àfikágbàlúwa àbáfikámágbàlúwa. Àwọn arákùnrin kan wà 19 ni wọ́n. Ǹjẹ́ jẹ́ mọ̀ pé láti ọdún 15 sẹ́yìn ni wọ́n ti kó wọn sí dágbá lọ́gbà ẹ̀wọ̀n, tí wọ́n ti ń bá wọn po ẹjọ́ wípé wọ́n fẹ́ dìtẹ̀ gbàjọba bíi tí wọ́n sọ pé Sunday Igboho ń ṣe. Ní tó tún wá yani lẹ́nu ni pé àwọn ẹni yóò tiẹ̀ wá mọwọ́ wọn ò mẹsẹ̀ kankan o. Kódà òǹtajà ló pọ̀ jù nínú wọn tó ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù tiẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ nílẹ̀ Yíbò ní Awka ní Anambra State. Ìkan nínú wọn ní jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́ lòun dọ́jà láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ náà ni wọ́n bá he òun lápá. Kóhun ṣí ṣọ́ọ̀bù, ó lóun ṣí ṣọ́ọ̀bù òun sílẹ̀, kóhun sì wọlé ni wọ́n he òun lápá o. Ló bá ní ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń wò mí o, tá a jọ ń tajà, mò ń bọ̀ ní ìsìn torí pé mi ò mọ ohun tí mo ṣe o, wọ́n lọ fẹ́ rí òun lágọ̀ọ́ ọlọ́pàá. Mò ń bọ̀ ní ìsìn máa di ọdún 15 fárákùnrin yìí. Òun àtàwọn 18 míì ni wọ́n jọ kó sí dágbà o láti ọdún 15 sẹ́yìn. Iṣẹ́ Elédùmarè ò mà ní jẹ́ kára àrìn fẹsẹ̀ sùn. Àṣeyà yìí tiẹ̀ ti ń jẹ ọmọ Nàìjíríà bọ̀ tipẹ́, kì í ṣe Yorùbá nìkan o. Ìjà yìí àwọn Yíbò ni wọ́n kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ìjà kó tó di pé ojú Yorùbá náà wá dá. Púpọ̀ nínú wa ní tako wọn gbà náà táwọn ò mọ̀ pé tiwa náà ṣì ń bọ̀. Kò burú tó yìí ń gbà náà, àmọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ìwà burú jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Orí kó àwọn ẹni 19 yìí yọ ní ìjẹta ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ní ìjọ Jímọ̀. Ìjọ náà ní ilé ẹjọ́ dá wọn sílẹ̀ o wípé wọn ò lẹ́bi kankan kí wọ́n máa lọ lẹ́yìn ọdún 15 tí wọ́n ti ń bá wọn po ẹjọ́ yìí. Àfi k'Elédùmarè ó gbani lọ́wọ́ ìfìyàjẹni tó ní kálukú ń fojú winá nílùú Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Mò ń bọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká bá wọn dé ilé ẹjọ́ náà ní Awka, Federal High Court l'Awka ní ìpínlẹ̀ Anambra, káwo kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. Mò ń padà bọ̀.
The 19 accused persons shed tears of joy as the court acquitted them of treason and terrorism charges and ordered their release after 15 years in detention.
The judgment favored me. I give God all the glory for what He has done in my life today. Over 15 years being in prison is not easy, but today I'm liberated and free.
The trial judge, Justice Nicholas Owebo, says the prosecutors failed to establish proof for treason and terrorism charges against the 19 accused persons.
The judge delivered a well-considered judgment, exhaustively evaluated the facts, and came to the conclusion that there was no iota, there was no scintilla, there was no modicum of evidence adduced by the prosecution against the defendants. And what is worrisome is that it took more than 14 years to come to this conclusion, and that brings to fore one of the defects in our criminal justice administration. This is a case in which people wasted their youthful years. this is a case in which the state subjected this gentleman to trial for levying war against the federation. And at the end of the day, they could neither produce arms, they could neither produce ammunition, they couldn't even tender the so-called uniform.
The movement of the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra is a secessionist group in Nigeria associated with Igbo nationalism, which supports the creation of an independent state of Biafra from Nigeria. Such campaigns are forbidden in Nigeria. Some of the accused persons say they were arrested in 2007 without any evidence of treason and terrorism.
I feel to break down heaven, to go and meet God, to glorify Him. I'm so grateful that God have done it for me. Actually, I was been suffering for what I did not know anything about.
I'm a businessman. In my shop, I have 2 stores, which I left unlocked. I went away early in the morning. They picked me up and took me to the police station. I told my neighbors that I'm coming back in next to 1 hour. This is next to 1 hour. 15 years, I left my shop unlocked. I don't know anything. Today, I regained my freedom. To God be the glory. None of us died. Oh, I give God the glory.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà. Yorùbá ní ìyà ò tó yà lọ́mọdé pé kò ní dáa fẹ́ni tó náà. Bọ́wọ́ bá kù dùn dáadáa, ẹ̀bẹ̀ náà ni ó máa bẹ̀ o. Ṣé ẹ rí tí ojú àwọn èèyàn ń rí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí ní ìlú Nàìjíríà? Níbi tó sì jẹ́ pé ẹnìkan wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí tí ń rìn tó sì yan fanda ń tóun sì ń sọ lẹ́nu ìdá ìlú rú pátápátá ìdìtẹ̀gbàjọba ni. Tí ìran míì bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yóò fẹnu fẹ́ra bí abẹ̀bẹ̀. Ta ni mò ń perí? Ó náà ni Gunmi. Ṣé ẹ gbàgbé pé bí ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá yìí àti mọ́sẹ̀ míì lónìí, ọ̀sẹ̀ tó parí lánàá yìí, ó ní kóòtù ló máa pe àwọn bandits, àwọn Fúlàní agbénipa ló pè wọ́n ní agbésùmọ̀mí, ìyẹn ni pé terrorist. Wọ́n pè wọ́n ní terrorist. Gunmi mà jáde, Gunmi mà tún ti wá sọ̀rọ̀ o. Kò tiẹ̀ wá tijú mọ́ rárá, kódà ó ti fi hàn gbogbo ayé pé òun wà lẹ́yìn wọn digbí, àwọn jọ ń ṣe ni. Nígbà tí Gunmi ó sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá yìí, Gunmi ní tíjọba ṣe wẹ́rẹ́ yìí, ó ní ìjà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni o. Ó ní ìyà ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jẹ ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni. Ó láwọn bandits yóò pa bótò sí àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà lára. Lẹ́nu rẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ fẹnu sọ, ó sì gbélé ayé jẹ́jẹ́. Kò sí agbófinró kankan tó mú un. Ó ní tíjọba ṣe yìí, ó ní wàhálà ńlá ni wọ́n mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fi dá sílẹ̀. Ó nítorí pé láéláé àwọn bandits yóò ní gbọ́ o. Pàápàá jùlọ ńgbà tí wọ́n pè wọ́n ní terrorist yìí, olórí wọn ò tanná lẹ̀ sí gan ni. Ó tún wá sọ pé ìdí táwọn ẹni yìí fi ń jà nítorí pé ìjọba ò tọ́jú wọn ni. Ó níjọba ò tọ́jú wọn ló fà á tí wọ́n fi ń ṣe tó ń ṣe yìí. Ó ní wọ́n ṣàgbélé ayé, wọ́n á dẹ̀ jẹun. Ó nítorí oúnjẹ, torí jíjẹ mímu ni wọ́n ṣe tó ń ṣe yìí. Ó ní ṣùgbọ́n nísìnyí tíjọba ti wá sọ pé terrorist ni wọ́n yìí. Ó ní wàhálà ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ni. Ó ní wọ́n á pa bótò. Ó lóun gba ìjọba nímọ̀ràn pé bókànràn kan pè wọ́n ní terrorist, níṣe ni kí wọ́n fún wọn ní amnesty o, kí wọ́n fún wọn ní ìdáríjì. Kó sì má jẹ́ amnesty tẹ́lẹ́nu, kí wọ́n gbé owó ńlá tàbùà fún wọn, kí wọ́n sì fún wọn nílẹ̀ àti ilé tó lò. Nílùú tó lọ́ba tó níjòyè, ntí Gunmi sọ rèé o. Gunmi ní tíjọba ò bá gbọ́ ohun tóun sọ yìí. Kódà ṣé mo sọ fún wa ní ìjẹta wípé Gunmi lọ sí Kogi, ó lọ ń tọ́jú àwọn Fúlàní tí ìbọn bà, àwọn Fúlàní agbénipa tí ìbọn bà nígbà tí wọ́n ń jiyàn gbé, tí ìjà ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin àtàwọn ọlọ́pàá. Gunmi sì lọ síbi òun lọ tọ́jú wọn nínú gbóńbẹ̀ tí ò sẹ́ni tó mú, kódà ó tún sọmọ́rọ̀ pàápàá. Oníṣó yẹ kó jẹ́ òun lòún máa lọ tọ́jú wọn. Ẹ jẹ́ á lọ sọ́dọ̀ Gunmi náà ká gbọ́ bí Gunmi ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yìí gan-an kó lè yé wa ju bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe sọ lọ torí kò dùn lẹ́nu tèmi ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ òkèèrè bí ò lẹ́kan adé kan ẹ̀jẹ̀ tẹ́tí wa bẹ̀lẹ̀ jẹ́ ká sì fi ojú wa wòran ká gbọ́ bí Gunmi bó ti ṣe ń dúnkòkò mọ́ ìjọba tí ò sì sẹ́ni tó lè mú tí wọn ò ṣetán láti mú mò ń bọ̀.
See, when you go into a dark room where mosquitoes have been feeding on people sleeping, then you spray a little of insecticide. That is not enough to kill them. What they will do, they will go into, they will all fly over and start making noise and agitate. You know, the mosquitoes will become scared, and this is exactly what happened. When we gathered the bandits, luckily you're there, getting those people, commanders, to come and to pledge they are going to stop. Even to gather them together is not picnic. It's not an easy thing, because they have been looking for a genuine hand or a genuine partner who can bring them out of the cul-de-sac they found themselves. Because most of it now, they are fighting to survive. They don't, if they leave their weapons, they become prey. If they hold on their weapons, they still become in a terrible situation of insecurity themselves. Because people are talking about victims. I think for every one victim we have here, they may have 10 victims of consequence of what they are doing too. So they want a solution out of this problem without being unnecessarily extrajudicially killed or eliminated. They say when we put down our weapons, we are picked one by one, and they will tell you a list of more than 50, 60 leaders that they have just disappeared. Nobody knows where they are. They don't want that to repeat again. Even in that expedition we went, there's a young boy who said he's from ABU Zaria. He's not a criminal, I'm a student. But I found my parents were killed in the Aruga, and that's why I have to join the struggle. So after we went there and they swore that they are not going to, and his picture was there, when the school resumed, he went to ABU and he was lynched by vigilante. He's killed. In fact, they are saying, look, we just came to expose them. This is what they fear. So if the government can give a kind of an amnesty, a period of amnesty, serious one, and not just amnesty, but followed by what should be done, by rehabilitation, reconciliation, and also we have to devise means to dislodge them, not by force, by enticing them to what is better.
Now, while these discussions have raged on, well, we have seen secessionist characters spring up in the southeast and then also in the southwest. Now, how have these affected your discussions so far?
Nobody favored the Fulani tribes, not even the... In fact, they have complained to us they have never suffered in their entire history like this time. They are the outcast in Nigeria. Go to the Aruga and see. What do you see of Nigeria's presence there? All the oil we are talking about, why is it? Nothing. Except a hut. So when their cattle were rustled, and the cattle rustling actually is a design. The cattle rustling was a design. In 2009, 2010, that is when it became a booming industry. Suddenly, herdsmen were losing cattle in thousands.
Are you saying the President Buhari administration have not favored, the Fulani community in any way?
Oh, they have done worse for them because they don't want to listen. has done nothing for them. What has he done for them? Not even Fulani. If you look at, now I'm just from Kogi State. Look at Kaduna Abuja Express, the busiest road in Nigeria. Look at the road now. We're almost getting to 7 years. It's not flyable. Can you tell me about Lagos Ibadan Road? So what has even Buhari done for the North? In fact, the Maitamasule, the late Maitamasule, and a delegation of northern leaders went to him to complain. What are you doing for the northern states? What have the budget for northern states is comparably to their population and their votes? They even voted for you. You have done nothing. Talk less of the Fulani who's in the bush. So you see, the irony is he's doing nothing for the North, and the Southerners are saying he's doing everything for the North. I think what they are confusing is when you give political position to Northerners, maybe Northerners this, Northerners that, Northerners that. But they are Northerners that Buhari believe and trust and likes to work with them. Buhari doesn't want to work with you if you are not on the same page with him. So they are all the Northerners that are a reflection of his own psyche. Just because you have a Northerner in NNPC, it doesn't mean he's going to favor Northerners. No, the same psyche with Buhari. Yes, we have them in position, but what are they doing? The poverty in the North now has triple or quadruple poverty. Every time you're having text, people are really terribly poor. What has the presidency? That's why I'm telling people to stop agitating for my man to be there. No. Let's have qualified Nigerians that can, one, unite the people irrespective of their differences, whether it is religious, whether it is regional, whether it's tribal. Let's have people who have heart to embrace everybody, one. Secondly, leaders that listen, they complain. Because some leaders, once they form an idea, they want to push it and execute it, regardless of its negative consequences on the population. Ruling is about how you make your own people, the nation, comfortable. You can't put political expediencies over what is right and what should be done. So some leaders are like that. No, we need leaders that listen to the grassroots. Now, when Kanu was arrested, it's not the leaders came that saying they want to intercede for him. They went to the president. You see, they should have done that before he was caught. Call him, show him the way to apologize to the nation, how he caused the killing of innocent people. They have that power. So if before he's caught, then peace is possible. Just like me.
Are you saying the government should consider right now some of the appeals
no, you
of
see,
the Eastern elders
no,
calling for?
No, you see, they did it so late that Nigerians now feel disgusted about it. It is when he was caught now we are talking about, but who went to prevent him from doing the damage? Like myself, I went to the bush with few people to prevent them from damaging the school. So now if I ask for amnesty for them, if I try to convince them before they are caught. But if any herdsman is caught red-handed, engrossed in criminality, I will not ask for his, let him face the law.
Sheikh, are you saying for some of these people whom you have interacted with and whom you speak for, are you saying that ahead of the 2023 elections they will be ready to support somebody from even outside the North?
In fact, I think one, there's going to be voter apathy. If you realize even the registration of voter registration in the North is very low. One of the reasons is not just because of illiteracy. It's because people have resigned their faith to God. They have so much trust and confidence that this time somebody will look at them. That Buhari mania that happened is because they feel, yes, this is the man that truly, because we saw him in the first time, he was able to emasculate the rich, trample on the thieves, so we want him to come and give us. So, but it turned out it's not easy. So, voter apathy, this is what we fear. Rather than, now Nigerians, they don't care. Whoever will have the right language, have the right contact, have the right temperament, Nigerians are ready to accept him.
And one of the most recent projects that you have embarked upon is that of building schools in the Fulani and other rural communities. Well, talk to us about the schools. Now, Nigerians are indeed very concerned about its operations. The funding, how will they run? Will they just be another avenue to bring people together? What ideologies will be propagated in the schools?
When you don't program a computer on the good programs, hackers will put on viruses and what do you call it, different programs that are evil. You can't leave a human being like that. Somebody must program him. Somebody must do it. If you don't do it, if the good don't do it, the devil will do it. These are people in the bush with no schools, nothing, just growing up like that. If you don't teach them to be moderate, you don't teach them to be good citizens, they will exactly do what others will teach them, because there are so many bad doctrines, so many toxic teachings that, if allowed, will make them evil too. Let me give you an example. So our school is a modern school which is now, in fact, under registration with the Ministry of Education. So they are going to sit for WAEC, they are going to sit for JAM, they are going to just be like any normal school.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà. Gunmi lẹ gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ yìí. Gbogbo ohun tó ń ṣe yìí, ó ń ṣe pé kò sì sẹ́nikẹ́ni tó ṣetán láti mú. Ìjọba ò ṣetán láti yẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ wò. Ìjọba ò ṣetán láti sọ pé bóyá adìtẹ̀gbàjọba ni. Rárá o. Oríṣiríṣi làwọn Fúlàní ń dánwò nílùú Nàìjíríà. Kódà kìí ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nìkan, gbogbo ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ló sunkún lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Kódà mo ti ẹ̀rí àpilẹ̀kọ kan lénìí pé gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá ń rìnrìn àjò, ẹ má gbọ̀nà Kàdúná mọ́ rárá. Ǹjẹ́ màá tó kọ̀wé yìí, àwọn agbófinró, wọ́n nítorí pé àwọn Fúlàní agbénipa, wọ́n ní wọ́n ti wà lọ́nà yìí, wọ́n sì ti gba gbogbo ọ̀nà yìí pátápátá má wọn lọ́wọ́, pé torí ẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ bá tiẹ̀ máa rìnrìn àjò rárá, gbogbo ohun tó jọ mọ́nà Kàdúná ẹ ṣàfilẹ̀ pátápátá lọ́wọ́ yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sì gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́nà bẹ̀, níṣe ni kẹ́ ẹ wọ aeroplane. Ṣé ẹ rí pé ó ti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ ìlú yìí pátápátá báyìí? Kò ṣètò ààbò mọ́ rárá ni. Àwọn agbófinró sì ń jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pàgbára àwọn ò ká mọ́. Ìdí rẹ̀ tí Yorùbá fi sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ wálẹ̀ jẹ́ àwa ò lọ ti wa, ká máa ṣètò ààbò wa lọ́wọ́ ara wa. Ìjọba kọ̀ wọn ò gbọ́ o. Àfi kí Elédùà ṣàánú wa. Lára wọn lọ́wọ́ tó ní ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ yìí, arábìnrin kan tí orúkọ rẹ̀ ń jẹ́ Fatima Lawani, òun lọ́wọ́ tó o. Tọ́mọ obìnrin yìí kó nìkan ó pọ̀ débi wípé tí a ká ní pé ó rí lọ fún ẹni tó lọ gbé fún ni. Orúkọ ẹni náà jẹ́ Àdó Àlérò. Àdó Àlérò yìí ni ọ̀gá àwọn tí wọ́n ń gbé nípa lọ́nà Kàdúná àti káàkiri ilẹ̀ Haúsá, Zamfara, Sokoto, Kebbi, Katsina àti káàkiri bẹ́ẹ̀. Àṣẹ Fatima yìí lẹni tí tó ń fún wọn níbọn, tó lọ bá wọn rà, tó sì supply wọn níbọn. Ohun tí wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ ọmọbìnrin yìí kọjá làákàyè, wípé a lè bá lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀dá ẹyọ kan ṣo. Tó kọjá làákàyè ẹ̀dá ni, tí làákàyè kan ò gbé ni. kódà tí wọ́n bá sọ fún mi pọ́wọ́ obìnrin ni wọ́n ti bá a, èmi kíní yóò jiyàn màá ní láéláé kò ṣẹlẹ̀ rí. wọ́n bá lọ́wọ́ Fatima lóòótọ́ o, kò sí sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ló ti jẹ́wọ́. ọta àbọn AK-47 ó dín díẹ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀rún kan ní 1000 ní cartridge ní ilé tí wọ́n ń kó ọta àbọn sí. ọta àbọn kò tiẹ̀ ṣe é kà, ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ẹgbẹ̀rún àìmọye ni lọ́wọ́ obìnrin ẹyọ kan. ìbọn ńkọ́, ìyẹn náà ló ń kà tí wọ́n bá lọ́wọ́ obìnrin yìí. wọ́n sì ń ṣe gbogbo tó ń ṣe yìí, wọ́n á fi wọ́n hàn lórí amóhùnmáwòrán. at the end of the day wọ́n máa padà fi wọ́n lẹ̀ náà ni. àwọn tó yẹ kí wọ́n mú wọn ò mú un. Yorùbá kan ní ẹ rójú olè ẹ ò mú, ọmọ yín ò ṣàgbàfọ̀ ń káṣọ wálé. ẹni ṣẹ̀ gangan jọba kọ̀ wọn ò mú, ẹni tí ò ṣẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń gbé kiri. mò ń bọ̀ ná, ẹ wo arábìnrin tí mò ń sọ yìí, mò ń bọ̀.
Police tactical operatives of the command, in collaboration with FBI/SCS, arrested one Fatima Lawadi F, a native of Karana Modern Local Government Area, who specializes in supplying arms and ammunition to bandits in Zamfara State, Sokoto, Kebbi, Kaduna, Katsina, and Niger States, respectively. Suspect was arrested at Gadabu area under Bungudu Local Government Area with 991 rounds of AK-47 live ammunition, conveying from Dabagi village in Sokoto State to be delivered to a notorious bandit kingpin called Ado Alero, who has been terrorizing Zamfara and neighboring states. Police operatives of the command, working in synergy with the FIB-STS operatives, acted on credible intelligence, which led to the arrest of the above suspect, who specializes in supplying of Indian hemp and other illicit drugs to various bandit camps in Zamfara, Kaduna, Niger, and Abuja axis. On interrogation, the suspect confessed to the crime, and that has led the operatives to swing into further actions and recover large quantity of dry leaves suspected to be Indian hemp at Biwa village of Karana Modern Local Government Area of Zamfara State. Following interrogations of the suspect arrested, the police tactical operatives carried out tactical operations at different bandit enclaves in the state. The operations led to a serious gun battle with the bandits, where unspecified number of bandits were fatally injured, with others escaped with possible gunshot wounds. During this operation, 10 assorted AK-47 rifles with magazines containing 143 rounds of live ammunition were recovered from the scene. Criminal conspiracy, armed robbery, kidnapping, and arms dealing. Suspect, Fatima Lawali, female, 30 years old. Exhibit recovered from her 991 rounds of live ammunition of AK-47 rifle. On 25th October 2021 at about 09:30 hours, police tactical operatives of the command, in collaboration with FBI/SCS, led by DSP Hussein Gimba, on tactical operation in the state, arrested one Fatima Lawadi F, a native of Karana Modern Local Government Area, who specializes in supplying arms and ammunition to bandits in Zamfara State, Sokoto, Kebbi, Kaduna, Katsina, and Niger States, respectively. Suspect was arrested at Gadabu area under Bungudu Local Government Area with 991 rounds of AK-47 live ammunition, conveying from Dabagi village in Sokoto State to be delivered to a notorious bandit kingpin called Ado Alero, who has been terrorizing Zamfara and neighboring states. Investigation into this case is in progress. 2. Criminal conspiracy, aiding and abatement, and being in possession of dry leaves suspected to be Indian hemp. The suspect arrested one Abdullahi Mohammed, 55 years old. exhibit large quantity of dried leaves suspected to be Indian hemp. On 5th November 2021, at about 14:00 hours, police operatives of the command, working in synergy with the FIB-STS operatives, acted on credible intelligence, which led to the arrest of the above suspect, who specializes in supplying of Indian hemp and other illicit drugs to various bandit camps in Zamfara, Kaduna, Niger, and Abuja axis. On interrogation, the suspect confessed to the crime, and that has led the operatives to swing into further actions and recover large quantity of dry leaves suspected to be Indian hemp at Biwa village of Karanamoda local government area of Zamfara state. Investigation is still in progress. 3. Criminal conspiracy, armed robbery, cattle rustling, and unlawful possession of prohibited firearm. On the 3rd November 2021, police tactical operatives of the command, along with the operatives of the FIB and STS Force Headquarters, Abuja, led by DSP Hussaini Gimba, arrested one Babuga Abubakar of Mayana area, Gusau local government area. The suspect was arrested in Gusau based on intelligence that he has been collaborating with notorious bandits such as Lawali Neka, a ringleader operating in Maradun local government area, and Almeria, a notorious bandit kingpin operating in Bungudu. Upon interrogation, suspect confessed that prior to his arrest by the police, himself, Lawali Neka, and Almeria conspired and went to 1K village in Gusau local government area with over 100 operational motorcycles, where they rustled over 240 cows belonging to different individuals. Suspect is undergoing district investigation. 4. Arrest of bandit collaborators / informants to a notorious bandit kingpin, Dandela. Name of the suspect, Lawali Kabiru, 30 years old. He was arrested with 2 wrappers, shed shoes, techno handset, soap, and other exhibits. On 9th November 2021, at about 2:00 hours, police operatives working along with Zamfara State Task Force on enforcement of new security measures, one on patrol along Garage Melena area of Gusau, LGA, acted on intelligence information that led to the arrest of the above suspect. The suspect, who is a native of Bakindusi village, a notorious bandit enclave along Dangulbi Road in Dansadam, district of Maru, local government area, came all the way to Gusau to purchase the items that are reasonably suspected to be used by bandits. During interrogation, suspect mentioned names of his partners in crime who are known to be notorious bandits and have been terrorizing different communities along Dansadam and Margami.
arábìnrin náà lẹ́sìn wò yìí ṣódà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé ká wá panudé ká lajúlẹ̀ ká máa wò ni tí Gumi tún sọ kábàkàbà tó ba lẹ́nu táwọn kan sì tún sọ pé dandan sí àní 2023 ó di dandan àfi káwọn máa dìbò lọ àfi káwọn ó jẹ pírẹsidẹ́ǹtì ẹbí kan lẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ̀rín pa mí èmi ò ní dárúkọ o àmọ́ ẹ ṣáà ráwòrán ẹ̀ ń wò yìí ẹ̀ ṣó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ọmọ ó fẹ́ jẹ gọ́fúnà ìyàwó ìyẹn ti wà sínéètì ọ̀rẹ́dì bàbá ó fẹ́ jẹ pírẹsidẹ́ǹtì ní tó wá yà mí lẹ́nu ni pé wọ́n wá ń lọlẹ̀ haúsá kiri o bọ̀dá wa wọ́n ń lọlẹ̀ haúsá kiri wọ́n lè ń dọ̀bálẹ̀ bí àwọn haúsá débi pé Tanko Yakasai ìyẹn náà ń fọ́ǹbù lánàá yìí wípé àwọn bàbá ti wá sọ́dọ̀ òun ẹ sá ti mọ bàbá tí mò ń wí ẹ láńlọ́ọ̀dù Èkó wọn náà ti wá sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ti wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ o wípé kán jọ káwọn dìbò ṣé tírú ẹni ìbá jẹ pírẹsidẹ́ǹtì ṣáà ti fojú rí pé ṣe ni ó máa ṣe ẹrú Fúlàní lọ ni ṣerú ẹrú Fúlàní náà la fẹ́ tún jókòó sílẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ẹ̀dọ́gbọ̀n. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ pé Yorùbá àfi kí a sọ̀pọ́ọ̀tì wọn, àfi kí Nàìjíríà máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ̀ṣẹ́ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ni kó máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ la fẹ́. Ẹ rí i pé nǹkan tìjú ni. Ṣé léyìí dáa, ṣé n tà ń wò yìí dáa? Odindi ẹni tí Yorùbá ń pọ́nlé tẹ́lẹ̀ tó wá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dígbà àkólẹ̀ nítorí ipò fẹ́ dépò. Tákò Yàkàtà yìí náà ń sọ pé gbogbo ẹni bá fẹ́ jẹ president ní Nàìjíríà yìí tí ò bá tí wàá forí balẹ̀ fáwọn Fúlàní kò tí ì lè di nǹkan kan, kò tí ì lè di nǹkan kan. Ṣó dáa bẹ́ẹ̀, ṣó yẹ kó máa rí bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ? Ṣé ká lajú wálẹ̀ ká máa ṣẹrú Fúlàní lọ ni? Ó láwọn èèyàn ṣe sọ pé àwọn ò fẹ́ kírú ẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ ni wọ́n sọ sẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣódà kó máa rí báyìí. Yorùbá ẹgbẹ́ yẹ̀wò. Èmi ò sì bá wọn wí nígbà tó jẹ́ àjẹbánu tí wọ́n fẹ́ máa jẹ náà ni wọ́n tó tiẹ̀ ti ń jẹ tí wọ́n ń jẹnu ọ̀fẹ́ kúrò nídìí ẹ̀ mọ́. Olójú ẹnikẹ́ni tó ṣe olórí orílẹ̀-èdè rí tí ò ní kó tiẹ̀ sí. Gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n lákàntì ńláńlá lu òyìnbó. Bílíọ̀nù dọ́là ló wà ní àkáǹtì wọn. Ẹ wá ní pé kí ló ìrojú? Gbogbo owó tí wọ́n ń kó nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àti tí wọ́n lọ ń forúkọ Yorùbá tí wọ́n lọ ń forúkọ wa yá kiri, wọ́n á yá tán, wọ́n á tún kó, wọ́n á jí kó, wọ́n á tẹ̀tù lọ dá padà sákàǹtì wọn bẹ̀ nílùú àwọn ìlú tán ti yá. Wọ́n lọ ń forúkọ ìlú yá á di tiwọn ní individually, wọ́n á lọ kó sákàǹtì wọn. Olórí orílẹ̀-èdè Ghana nígbà kan rí, Lieutenant General Jerry Rawlings, mo wo fídíò kan tọmọkùnrin yẹn ṣe ní ìgbà tára ìyàwó ò yá. Ẹni jó lórí orílẹ̀-èdè tí ò ní àkáǹtì, ó lóun ò tiẹ̀ rántí pé èèyàn kan ní àkáǹtì nílùú òyìnbó. Ó ní kí lòun fẹ́ ní fún nígbà tóun wà níjọba. Ó ní kí ni nǹkan tóun fẹ́ fi ṣe. Ó yẹ káwọn olórí orílẹ̀-èdè tiwa kí wọ́n wò ó, kí àwọn náà ò rí ní tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí i. Káwọn náà wo ẹni tó ṣèjọba rí tó sì rí ṣe. Jerry Rawlings ló mú ìlú Ghana kúrò nínú ẹrẹ̀fọ̀ lọ síbi gíga. Ló fi jẹ́ pé lónìí, tẹ́lẹ̀ láyé ìgbà kan, Ghana must go ní Nàìjíríà ń sọ. Àwa mú Ghana lẹ́rú lù wá tẹ́lẹ̀ ni. Nísìn Nigeria must go làwọn sọ lù wọn. Ṣé ẹ tí rí bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ̀nà? Nígbà tí Jerry Rawlings dé ló tún bẹ̀ ṣe. Ẹni tó lódodo tó jó lódodo. Ẹ gbọ́ ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí. Ẹ wo ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí. Ẹ já wo gbọ́ nǹkan tí Lieutenant General Jerry Rawlings retired. Ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tó wí nígbà tó wà níjọba. Ẹ wo bó ṣe ṣègbésí ayé sí. Mò ń bọ̀.
But you better listen to me carefully. Until I left all my life, together with that of my wife, until I left office, schooling, officer, and until I left office in the year 2000, I never had a foreign account. Never. The CIA, the German intelligence, British MI5, your Italians, the French, all of you can go and look into every bank account and to tell the world whether my wife and I ever had $1, 1 penny anywhere in any bank in any part of the world before I left office. I never did. Interestingly, and it never occurred to me, I had no desire for it. The only time it struck me that I needed a foreign money was when my wife was ill. And it was a situation we could not deal in my country, in Ghana. You know, and we looked for the most affordable place, which was in a university in Europe. That was the first time I suddenly realized how naked I was in terms of, I couldn't even save my wife's life, a very noble lady who had been through trying times with me. That's when I started calling around the world, friends, can you help, etc. So having no account, oh, by the way, before I left office, we knew she was going to have this operation, so we had even put a little money aside. I think it was about $22,000 it was going to cost us. My wife is asthmatic, and over the years, it has developed its side effects, you know, both in her intestines and other complicated places. So it was going to be quite an expensive, this thing. And you listen to me carefully. I was looking around the world. Can anybody help me? It's not for myself. I have no account. This is the address of the hospital. This is how much it's going to cost. I mean, it was the most shocking, painful experience I'd been across, that I could hardly get any assistance early enough. My government, who knew, the new government, who had taken over from me, who knew I needed help, and that we had made preparations, refused. On the last day before we were to leave, she was supposed to be on the operation table on the 22nd of a certain month. 2 days before, that's when I got a letter from the president's office, a 3-page letter, conditions I had to fill, a whole lot of rubbish. We got a ticket, we flew to London. This president, or this man who was a president who had been in office for almost 20 years, 10 years, 18, plus whatever it is, 8 plus another 2, almost 19, 20 years. I had no dollar account anywhere, and I had to stop in London to borrow money from someone so that I could go and do my wife's operation. You listen to me carefully. About 8,000, you know, to take care of her needs, etc., into the hotel. 22,000 it was going to cost us, either dollars or euro. I think it was dollars, into the hospital. When the operation, after a while, I had to leave and go back to Ghana and left her. Here's the shocking part of it. After the operation was done, on borrowed money, people don't believe it, but it's true. On borrowed money, when the operation was done, she was discharged into the hotel so that she could be brought in once in a while, you know, for checkup, a review. Can you believe that when the driver of the embassy under the new government informed the ambassador that I have to take Mrs. Rawlings, you know, for a review, the ambassador said no. In Switzerland, the Ghanaian ambassador, it happened in Switzerland, said no. The driver was so shocked, he put the embassy car key on the table, went and used his own personal car to go and drive my wife to the hospital for the review. This is the kind of vicious petty-mindedness that you can sometimes run in parts of the world in terms of my relationship with this character that, you know, your Western powers or the Western powers have promoted, and they are trying to sanitize his image as if he's the cleanest, finest head of state in Africa. It's absolute rubbish. He's a criminal. He's a thief. He went around telling the world, wrote a letter to every bank around the world that I had stolen suitcases of money into bank accounts. I was trying to kill him, make a coup. I had stolen 19 cars, etc. All of them were false. I will not tell you something that the bank, it took 3 months for me to be able to open a bank account through somebody. Finally, when the bank manager was going to open that account for me, do you know what he told his Swiss friend? You can come and do it. Every day he goes there. Is it open? Is it open? Is it open? Finally, after 3 months, the man told my friend that he is one of the few African heads of state who does not own a foreign account. You can now come and open the account for him. I mean, the point I'm trying to make is, look at the difficulty I had from my own government, from outside. But then the other side of it is that to be so mean that not even the driver could send my wife for a review. That ambassador, for being so, he was so mean, the government withdrew every protocol facility as a former head of state. I have to carry my own suitcases, never mind. They even tried to get Swissair not to give me protocol. And Swissair told them, hey, you don't do that. They tried to campaign with other governments. Don't give this man protocol facility, etc. And yet, I'm supposed to have been the man who turned the situation round in Ghana, in West Africa. You know, so in effect, what I'm trying to say is that we've had a pretty rough time, but the more you show hatred towards your opposition, sometimes towards us, the more you get promoted in some parts of the world. It's not healthy. I mean, we must begin to stop treating oppositions and ourselves as enemies. We must begin to rather engage in constructive relationship, constructive criticism, and not attempt to destroy and to see the opposition as your enemy to be destroyed. I mean, factories that were, we don't have time. 2 hours, 1 hour is not enough. 30 minutes is not enough for you and I. I need 9 hours. I need 8 hours to wake you up in Italy, in Europe, to the problems we're going through in Africa. Yes.
Ẹni tẹ́ ẹ wò tán yẹn Lieutenant General Jerry Rawlings nìyẹn. Àfikún ló ń ṣàánú Nàìjíríà. Ta lẹ́nikẹ́ni nínú olórí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí kan tàbẹ́ tó wà kódà olórí orílẹ̀-èdè jìnnà látòrí local government chairman, House of Assembly, House of Reps, Federal Senate, governors, ministers ta ni ò ní àkáǹtì ní foreign country kò sí níjẹ tàbí nǹkan kan ó ní wọ́n dájọ́ fún Desiani 40-something billion ni wọ́n ní kan forfeit jewelries lásán common jewelries 40-something billion naira ẹjọ́ 40-something billion tí wọ́n bá fi dáṣẹ́lẹ̀ sílùú ṣáwọn àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ò ní rí nǹkan wọn ò ní ríṣẹ́ ṣe ṣọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó graduate tó ò ní ríṣẹ́ ṣe ẹnìkan ṣoṣo fi ra jewelries wọ́n ní bra kan wà nù jewelries yẹn bra golden bra ni diamond ló wà diamond ni wọ́n fi ṣe wájú bra yẹn diamond ẹ wá ní kí wọ́n sọ pé kí 2023 má ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n ń kó gidi wọ́n dẹ̀ sì fẹ́ máa kó lọ ni ó gbariwo tẹ̀yìn pa yẹn òkun àwọn ẹgbọ́n tí Jerry Rawlings sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ló ṣe rí fún Nàìjíríà o Nàìjíríà ń kó gidigidi tààrà ẹ̀bẹ̀ rere tí láńlọ́ọ̀dù Èkó ń sá kiri ṣé fẹ́ Nàìjíríà lóní tó fi ń sáré irú ẹ̀ kiri àbí ní èjì ẹ̀yẹn tí ó mọ̀ pé òun ti fẹ́ gbó tán tó tún fẹ́ máa ṣìkówó olú yìí bó ṣe ń kó òun nìkan tá a bá dárúkọ gbótú tó ń pa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kò ṣe é gbọ́ gbogbo táàsì Èkó pátá òun nìkan ló ń gbà á tóògèètì Èkó ọmọ ẹ̀ ló wà ní ìṣáàjì kan paná kọ̀tàn òun fúnra ẹ̀ ló gbowó tóògèètì kí ló dé ìyàwó ẹ̀ wà senate ọmọ fẹ́ jẹ gọ́fúnà òun fúnra ẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ president ṣé àwọn nìkan ni wọ́n dàlú fún ni ṣé torí wọn nìkan náà ṣe dáyé bẹ́ẹ̀ bá dẹ̀ sọ wọn ní kẹ́ ẹ mórí wá kan ẹfẹrùn kan ẹ mórí wá kan fọrùn lẹ̀ àfikọ́ lédùn ọba òkè kó ṣàánú wa oríṣiríṣiríṣi tú ni wọ́n ń pa nílùú yìí wọ́n ń pa kúkúrú wọ́n ń pa gúngùn wọ́n ń pọkùnrin wọ́n ń pòbìnrin ara corruption kan náà tá à ń sọ láàárọ̀ yìí onínájó ní Abẹ́òkúta ní Láfẹnwá lábẹ́òkúta ohun tó yà mí lẹ́nu ni pé lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ń gbọ́n pé panápaná títí àbá panápaná wí dọ̀yìndọ̀yìn náà ṣé irinṣẹ́ tí wọ́n máa lò wà ní ìjọba wo ló ṣetán láti ra irinṣẹ́ ọ̀hún fún wọn nígbà tí panápaná ò tètè dé jẹ́ gbàgbọ́ pé iná jó ẹni márùn pa lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ẹni márùn iná jó pa nínú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìjàmbá náà tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí petrol tanker kan ló ṣubú ló dẹ̀ di nǹkan tó gbaná táwọn èèyàn jóná. ìyẹn nìkan kọ́, ìbínú pé ńgbà táwọn èèyàn jóná tán ni panápaná dé làwọn ọ̀dọ́ bá yarí pé láyé ẹ̀ ní dúró ń bí kẹ́ ẹ̀ máa wá fi wá gba star pẹ́yìn wá paná iná wo kiri kan ibi tíjà ti ṣẹlẹ̀ làwọn ọlọ́pàá bá tún open fire o. stray bullet tún bẹni méjì ó ṣe àìmọye èèyàn léṣe ṣódà bẹ́ẹ̀. ní Láfẹnwá ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ l'Abẹ́òkúta, Láfẹnwá ní ìlú Abẹ́òkúta. mò ń bọ̀ èmi náà torí pé àwọn correspondent mi fojú lọ́bẹ̀ mo rán wọn lọ síbẹ̀ àwọn náà wò ẹgbọ́n tán bá bọ̀.
ìjọba ò sanwó fún panápaná. ìjọba ò sanwó fún panápaná o. òun nìyẹn. Today is 28th of November 2021. Happening right now. Today is 28th November 2021. Happening right now at Láfẹnwá market. Tanker tó ṣubú rèé o. Àwa lórí ọ̀fẹ́ àti débẹ̀ o. Eléyìí ò ṣe photoshop o. Eléyìí ṣe pé wọ́n edit ẹ̀ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Òun ni o. Ẹ ti rí ibẹ̀ la wà báyìí. Ṣé ẹ ti rí òun lẹ̀ ń wò yìí. Ẹ ti rí iná yẹn gan ráyàn lára. Ẹ ti rí
panápanáde kò sómi ṣé kọ́ńtì lélẹ́yìí ìlú burúkú ni tí ó dá ṣé ìlú lélẹ́yìí.
ẹsà ẹni sùúrù ẹni panápanáde kò sómi. ẹjọ kí ni déètì ni
èyí 28 ṣé ìlú lélẹ́yìí.
ìyá ṣe ti rí ṣe ń gbọ́ òun ni ó.
tí ó ṣiṣẹ́. látàwọn ọlọ́pọ̀ mi bóyá máa wọ́n mi lọ sí èkó báyìí.
òun àwọn èèyàn jà láti pa yìí o. òun náà pa yìí o. òun ni o.
wọ́n máa sáré wá tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn gbọ́ fún jà ẹ rí. ẹ wò ọmọ aráàlú ló tún ṣe léyìí o.
àwọn aráàlú ló sọ pé ó ṣe ẹ rí àwọn aráàlú ló ṣe iṣẹ́ panápaná ṣé ti rí wọn àwọn aráàlú ló ṣiṣẹ́ panápaná yìí o. wọ́n fa lọ sókè odò ṣé ẹ ti rí odò náà fa lọ yìí o. àwọn aráàlú ló ṣiṣẹ́ panápaná yìí. ṣé ti rí pé àwọn aráàlú náà fa páìpù kò sí panápaná.
ẹ wo tí dùn dé ìjọba dàpọ̀ nọ́ńsẹ̀sì ni.
àwọn aráàlú ló tún pa
ìjọba
àwọn ohun gẹ́gẹ́gẹ́gẹ́ tó bá yẹ ẹ máa ní yúùtù oníṣẹ́ òun rẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ lọ́la níjọba 2023 bọ̀. ẹ má bọ́ta dìbò ẹ má dìbò fún wọn ìyànà fi ń jẹ wá ṣáàtìrì wọn mọ̀ jẹ́ kí kátàǹkà yìí ṣubú ni abẹ́bìnrin wọn ọ̀dẹ̀ lè rí wá pa ẹ ti rí báyẹn wọn tọ́ náà ṣe wọ́n ṣe kọ́kọ́ tó bá yá Dàpọ̀ máa lóhùn ń ṣiṣẹ́ ó yá yóò rí Dàpọ̀ sóra yẹ lóde you see your life tó bá yá Dàpọ̀ wà náà ń ṣiṣẹ́ òun nìyẹn o tó ti rí ayé ẹ panápaná dà báyìí sìn panápaná dà ẹ ti rí. ẹ̀dùn ẹ má súnmọ́ ju o ẹ má súnmọ́ ju o ẹ má súnmọ́ ju o ẹ ti rí báyẹn ṣé ti rí pé kò wọ́ ẹ rí pé kò lè wọ́ ẹ ti rí ẹ ti rí kò sí parẹ́parẹ́ rárá kò sí orísàlọ ẹ ti rí báyẹn ẹ ti rí orísàlọ ṣé ti rí pé àwọn ọ̀dọ́ náà ń bomi tó ń bomi paná yìí panápaná ò.
ẹnikẹ́ni ló bá dìbò nínú ọdún yìí ó máa rí wà lọ́ọ̀dún.
àṣẹ lágbọ́dọ̀ àṣẹ
gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rẹ̀ ní ìsìnkẹ́ ní jáde gbogbo sí ìjọba ìdílé àtọ̀nà yìí máa dàrú.
àṣẹ
ọmọdé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ nígbà ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yìí.
àṣẹ ṣe ti rí pé kò ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ ti rí Dàpọ̀ òṣìṣẹ́ ẹ wo títì ẹ wo títì bó ṣe rí ojú ni tí wọ́n ń gbà kọjá ẹ wò ẹ ṣe ti rí ojú orin yìí títì ni ẹ wo bó ṣe rí ẹ wo bí títì ṣe rí ṣe ti rí títì ṣe ti rí bí ẹ wo bí títì ṣe rí ẹ wo bí títì ṣe rí ẹ wo ṣe ti rí ní ìjọba kò síjọba ìjọba Dàpọ̀ owó kò ṣiṣẹ́ rárá ṣe ti rí òun náà ni àwọn ọ̀dọ́ náà paná yìí fúnra wọn.
gómìnà kó bá ṣe ojú títì yìí.
yẹ́sì ó ń dọ́wọ́ láàlẹ́ ṣe ti rí
ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí àdèlà níjọba oníkàíṣẹ́ sanwó àsanwó ẹgbẹ́ ní owó péyọ̀ àwọn alájà sanwó táàkì àwọn táàkì ọwọ́ alájà kò ẹ bá ní tútù òye ẹni òwúrẹ́ ẹni àwọn yóò tìrẹ o láti pẹ́lú paná àtúnṣe pẹ́lú paná o láti ẹ máa bọ̀
ọlọ́run ti bá tí wọ́n jẹ́ àwọn olórí
paná ò lẹ́tì lébẹ̀
òyà ọlọ́run ti bá tí gbogbo wọn jẹ́ látàrọ̀ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wà bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ìyá yẹn ṣì wà bẹ́ẹ̀ àbí ṣe ẹ̀rí wọn àbí kẹ́rí iná yìí ó ti lọ jó àwọn kan mọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀bù wọ́n ní láti fẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn yẹn jí wá ṣọ́ọ̀bù ni wọ́n ní àwọn yẹn jí wá ṣọ́ọ̀bù iná yìí ti lọ jó wọn mọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀bù.
ẹ máa wo
ìbọn náà kó wọn sí ìbọn náà wà báyìí.
wọ́n ti kó wọn lọ sọ́ọ̀sìpìtì.
ok wọ́n ti kó wọn lọ àbí. ok
gbogbo property oní property ló ti jóná. ẹni ẹgbẹ́ òdìbò rí ó òdìbò rí.
ẹ rí pé àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ṣe é rí tá a bá sọ fún yín pé orílẹ̀-èdè yóò work ṣe ti rí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ fúnra wọn náà paná yìí àwọn panápaná wọn ò jáde o kò sí panápaná o kò sí panápaná rárá panápaná ò jáde ṣe ti rí kò síjọba ṣe ti rí ẹ wo títì bó ṣe rí ẹ wo bí títì ṣe rí lọ ẹ wo títì bó ṣe rí ibi tó dọ̀dà sí rè o ẹ wo ibi tó dọ̀dà sí rè o ẹ wo bí títì ṣe rí.
àwọn panápaná
oya ẹ ti rí kò síjọba o ẹ ti rí.
tó ẹ káàbọ̀ padà láfẹnwá lẹ́wì ní ọjà láfẹnwá nílùú Abẹ́òkúta iná jókòó sí panápaná tó máa sáré wá pa iná ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wà ń lo òyìnbó tẹ́ ẹ wo fídíò yìí ṣé bó ṣe rí rèé ṣé bó ṣe rí ìlú òyìnbó tẹ̀yìn wà ní nítorí ìpàjẹ́bánu corruption náà ló fà á láìpẹ́ yìí ní tèkójó bẹ́ẹ̀ oríṣiríṣiríṣi la kàn witness nílùú ìṣá wọ́n á pa àwọn èèyàn hàù wọ́n á pa àwọn èèyàn làwù bó ṣe wù wọ́n stray bullet ni mo gbọ́ kó ba àwọn èèyàn ní Láfẹnwá yẹn stray bullet life ammunition ni wọ́n tún yìn bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá yá nísì tán bá wà lọ́wọ́ àbọ̀ àwọn ọlọ́pàá lè láwọn ò tiẹ̀ débẹ̀ rárá wọ́n lè láwọn ò yọ síbẹ̀ àtọ̀ wọ́n lè ọ̀dà ńgbọ̀n bá àṣírí bá tún pọ́ díbẹ̀ lọ́bẹ̀ wọ́n lè láwọn ò yìnbọn táṣírí bá tún pẹ́ yìnbọn wọ́n á ní rọ́bà bullet làwọn yìn páṣírí bá tún pé bí kéésì ìbọn tẹ́yìn rè wọ́n láwọn yìn sókè ní bí ìtàn ṣe ní Lẹ́kí àfi kó lódù ọba òkè kó gba ní o tó oníyanṣẹ́ ọlọ́kàṣe o gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fìfẹ́ jẹ tèmi gbogbo yín náà ni mo kí ẹ máa retí ẹni tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jáde lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Timothy láìpẹ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ikú Timothy mo tún ṣe gbọ́ information kan lé lórí láìpẹ́ yìí ẹ máa retí ẹ̀ ó lè jẹ́ ní ó sì lè jọ́la ṣùgbọ́n àwọn information tí mo gbọ́ yìí máa fi tó wa létí láìpẹ́ tí ó bá ṣe ní àjọlà lágbára Ọlọ́run gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá wa wo tèmi gbogbo yín náà ni mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ mo sì dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Olódùmarè tó fún mi ní ìwòsàn gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bá wa woṣẹ́ wa gbogbo yín náà la dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ìwọ tó bá wá ti subscribe sí channel wa ẹ ṣe gbìyànjú kẹ́ ẹ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ lénìí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ tí ì ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni o ẹ gbìyànjú kẹ́ ẹ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ lénìí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ sì náwó sí wa gbogbo yín náà la dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ àwọn kan pè mí wọ́n pè mí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìyàwó àti ìyá Timothy àti ìyá ẹ̀ náà àtàwọn ọmọ pé kí la lè ṣe lé wọn lórí pé ká gbìyànjú ká rèsì owó fún wọn ká lọ kó fún wọn mo sì ń ronú lé lórí torí ṣe rí ètò yìí mi ò fẹ́ sọ di ètò oníbàárà ó ti ń pọ̀ jù ẹ̀rù sì ń bà mí káwọn èèyàn má lọ bínú pé wá ìṣètò oníbàárà ni n tèmi bá ní lọ́wọ́ tèmi ìjọ ń bá lọ bẹ̀ kí n fún wọn lè ròǹgbà mi ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó pè mí yìí bó ṣe sọ ọ̀rọ̀ náà ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó mú mi lẹ́mìí nítẹ̀yìn èèyàn bá rí sí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ kọ sí kọ́mẹ́ǹtì kẹ́ ẹ jọ kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kájọ fọ̀rọ̀ jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí mo fẹ́ mọ̀ ntẹ́ ẹ rò lé lórí kémi tó sọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run á ṣe dáadáa fún wa tó oníyanṣẹ́ ọlọ́kàṣe o gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wa rìnrìn àjò yìí gbogbo yín náà la dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tẹ́ ṣeun ẹ tún jẹ́ ká pàdé lọ́la ọjọ́ Monday ọjọ́ àìkú ní agbára ọjọ́ ajéjàre lágbára Ọlọ́run ọba ojú tẹ́ fi ń wò mí ò ní fọ́ etí tẹ́ sì fi ń gbọ́ mi ò ní di mo ń fàsìkò iṣẹ́ ládùúrà wípé láyọ̀ o.